Cool.
Get you down a little bit lower.
Do you ever just fall asleep on it and just? Have you ever slept have an argument with your husband? And I'm sleeping in the tattoo studio.
That'd be so cool.
Just get a pillow and a sleeping bag and just sleep on here. A nice film or something.
No. Okay, so you're getting a mountain range, a little mountain range down for your friend, yeah?
Yeah.
So you told me he passed away
He passed away in it's July the 4th, wasn't it? His favourite day.
It was, yeah,
Independence Day. Yeah, just an amazing guy. He was from he's from North Carolina in America, which is why it's to symbolise the Appalachian Mountains, because we went we went hiking up there and it was incredible. We did it after we all finished university, so we went as a final university trip for about 4 weeks to America.
Yeah.
And he took us to some amazing places because he was an American student studying over here. He did his degree over here. So he was just full of life and the most charismatic guy.
What was his name?
Scott. And so he's from North Carolina, studied here. Just the proof he just had this amazing love of life and energy, which is why it's so tragic it got cut short.
What happened?
So he was out. And from what I understand, there was a chase, a police chase.
Oh wow!
I think it was gang related.
A gang related. So there was a gang car being chased by a police car.
Right.
And from what I understand, it went through the city centre, and he was out in the city. He was in Savannah in Georgia, so that's where it happened.
Yeah.
And he was out and walking on the pavement, and there was the gang car, I think, veered onto the pavement or something, and he pushed someone out the way, and it hit him. And I think he was the only.
So he saved someone's life and gave his
last choice.
Wow.
Who we didn't know apparently, but he, I think he said that the police said he was only mortality, wasn't he? A member of the public, and then one of the gang members died in the car. There was 4 people in the car, so I think the driver died, but the other ones in the car got injured but arrested.
Wow!
And there was an incredible. It was on the local news. It was because the square in Savannah is where the Forrest Gump park bench scene is.
Yeah.
So apparently there was in that square there was a big memorial. Yeah, that's the Savannah main square. Is that Forrest Gump bench? So and he lived a couple of blocks off it, and it was. So they had a big memorial in that main square, which was on the news. I remember seeing some clips on the regional news on Facebook. And he never really figured out what he wanted to do, but he'd always been an incredible performer. He was always really good at drama. So we used to do the Edinburgh Fringe Festival with him. We got to know each other through the Drama Society at university.
Smart as well.
Very smart, yeah. And the reason you know he's charismatic is everyone has Everyone had a story about remembering him from a night out, or so even people who had only met him once, he made you feel like you were such good friends with him because
you've known him all your life.
He was so present with everyone. He always had time for everyone. You know, you did that.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's the Appalachian State University American football team.
Cool, yeah.
The emblem of it. So that's almost the preemptive tattoo to that. That one was to actually remember just the trip, but this one's more to remember him as a person now. Because he used to be so outdoorsy. He used to love being outdoors in nature and hiking, being on his own. Yeah. And actually, me and Tom and Scott we have a picture where it's somewhere online where it was the 3 of us, and it was like on top of this mountain. We hiked, and we could see Tennessee in the distance, so a different state, and us. And we actually decided, the 3 of us, to get completely naked, and we stood like that. So there's a picture of the 3 of us naked from behind, and we pretended it was like the Adam and Eve, like the first men on Earth, because it was looking out onto nothing.
Oh,
so
that's brilliant.
We've still got that picture, and
it's a symbol of a lot of things.
It's a symbol of a lot of things, which
related to time together with Scott.
Which is what's great, because one symbol can represent so many memories, which is why a tattoo's so good, because you need to be sure what it's going to be. But it can actually be. It's almost like a tattoo can be the front cover of a book full of tons of experiences. So you can look at that tattoo and it can bring back it can represent tons of different memories
yeah.
and of a person. But no, he was just. I think the tragedy was he never properly figured out what he wanted to do. And tragically, I think he had started to figure out in the last year before he died what he truly wanted to do. You know, which was to be a bit like a wine expert, a wine taster. He talked about working on a vineyard.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because actually he thought, it's my dream job. I'm outside all the time.
And there's
in
wine.
the mountains, I'm active, there's wine. It's like my two favourite things. So, which is a good rule for careers. It's about how you want to feel and the environment you want to be in. It's really good.
So there we are.
Amazing.
See, it didn't take very long.
Really quick. Brilliant. And Eve's amazing. I always go back to it. That's great. What do you think?
It's good, man.
Like it?
Very quick.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a little tattoo, but you know the symbolics behind it is just incredible. So even tiny tattoos can represent huge things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love the shading as well.
So Tom, you Moj's friend and was Scott's friend as well.
Yep.
And there's a different story behind this tattoo, huh?
But yeah, so
Why a pair of Speedos?
we went to North Carolina for about, was it a month?
About 3 weeks.
Oh, you went all together?
Went all together, yeah.
Yeah. Uni.
2008, I think.
2008, yeah.
For the whole summer. And in the summer, Scott used to be a dive coach. And therefore he taught me to dive basically as well.
Oh, cool.
But took me to a Speedo shop, got me my first pair of Speedos.
That's
They were
awesome.
fabulous and tie-dyed and everything, it was great. So that's one of the reasons.
And every year with his boyfriend, didn't he used to go to that?
And also every year he has this event on July the 4th, which is called Speedo Sunday.
Oh, wicked.
So just all of his mates and quite a large community come together and just wear their Speedos and go to the beach.
Oh, wicked.
So yeah, that's why I'm getting this done. I think
first one.
And it's also your first tattoo, right?
Also my first tattoo.
Like, what a great reason to get a tattoo and for the first one. Fantastic.
Probably the first of many.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
So we'll see in a second. I'll do a little line and see how you feel with that, yeah?
Sure.
Okay, ready? So I'm going to put a bit of pressure on your arm.
Breathe.
How's that? You alright?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
How does it feel?
Feels like someone's sticking a pin in my arm.
Yeah, it's like, what is it? Like a little fine kind of...
Like someone's going underneath the skin with a needle.
No kidding.
Yeah, literally. Oh yeah.
So yeah, as Moj was talking about Scott, how do you remember him?
He's basically like a big brother.
Oh.
So yeah.
That was your nickname, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my bro. He was in his third year when I was in my first year. Started up a good friendship. He was basically one of the people that basically first introduced me to adult life, basically, when I first came to uni.
Oh.
Taught me a lot, had a lot of good times, a lot of fun. And yeah, that's who he was to me, really. You could drop out of contact with him for quite a while, but then you'd also know that he just started right back up again when you did get back in contact.
Yeah.
Like a real brother, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Like someone you didn't really need to check in with because you knew that your relationship would always be there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Didn't feel the need to constantly be like ringing or anything like that.
Yeah, it's awesome to have someone like that in your life. It's
Exactly.
better than family, isn't it? It's just, yeah.
I'm still trying to talk to his boyfriend as well.
How you feeling, okay?
Yeah, it's all good. Feels oddly nice.
Yeah. Well,
For Scott's memorial, we had these bracelets made, which would say, "What would Scott do on them?" And I've worn it every day actually.
Oh.
And now that I've got this, I feel like I probably don't have to wear it as much.
So every time you look at this video, you know, it will remind you of
Exactly.
Scott and whatever good times you had together.
Exactly.
And it's great to do that, great to remember someone through the positive
yeah.
events in your life with them. rather than remember them with tears, right?
Plus,
Yeah.
it's also what they would have thought of this, and he would have loved this tattoo. He would have found it really
I think so as
funny
well.
and great. And that's the thing, it's remembering what their reactions to something would be like as well.
Absolutely. We are nearly done.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's very, very quick. Just checking it over. That was good.
Let's get another one.
And
I
your
knew you'd love
first
it.
ever tattoo is
You'd
done.
love it.
Wee. What did you get to? What you? Oh, you got 3, didn't you?
Wait, how does that feel?
Feels grand.
Isn't it?
It's good. Check me out.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're no longer a tattoo virgin.
Thanks for being my first.
Yeah.
Got my
That's
first
the way.
tattoo.
And that's the first tattoo of Tom's.
Speedos.
And it's we've each got something to remember our friends. So I come to Eve quite a lot, and I recommended that Tom comes with me for his first one, just so we can look down, isn't it, and be able to go.
Remember Scott?
Remember-
So I wear this bracelet, which is for Scott anyway. It says, "What would Scott do?" But I feel like now I can maybe take it off a little bit because I've got this tattoo.
So every time you look at a tattoo, you'll be like, well, what would Scott do if you're in a difficult situation and don't know what to do?
If you're having a tough day, or basically any time you have to just have a bit of challenge in your day, you can just I can look down and think, you know, it's almost catching it, and you can think it's like having a button on yourself, isn't it, to boost your mood when
Yeah,
you leave,
it's
maybe.
just funny as well.
Because he would love that.
Why have
'cause
we got
he
Speedos?
was- He was.
Because of Scott.
He found laughter in everything, and he would, if he was alive, he'd say, that's incredible. That get us a pair of Speedos, because he bought
My first pair of Speedos
his
for me.
Speedos with him.
And he loved wearing Speedos.
Yeah, he loved wearing Speedos on a sunny day, and just I think the main thing was he didn't care what people thought of him, so that was a good thing. It's about having joy. But mine was because we went hiking up in the mountains, and we all did a tattoo of the 3 of us completely naked, facing out onto
We didn't do a tattoo.
the Appalachian Mountains. Sorry, a picture. That's the next tattoo. Is the 3 of us naked, looking out to.
Fantastic.
It's just about brings a feeling back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a good reason to get a tattoo. Great experience.
Especially for you, Tom.
Yeah,
This is
Especially
your first
experience.
one.
He was great. You were awesome.
Thanks.
Quite a pleasurable pain. And I'm going to get loads more tattoos now. So.
Fantastic.
We'll be back.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in.